And there, how do you determine the numbers? Because it's very hard to, look at a product that's being sold, or that's being manufactured and figure out if it's good fit for Amazon or no.
Toys for kids, sometimes parents care a lot about security, safety. So you can make a product way more
The way I
expensive.
do it is I look at the competitors, like people who are doing it before me, how they are doing it, so that I try to figure out, if there is something that, we need to change or something we need to do.
Then I
But
launch a couple PPC campaigns and I check my conversion rate in case I have good
very good.
conversion rate.
What do you think about Shopify stores? Like people who have Amazon stores and move to Shopify
I don't
stores.
care if you work for other people. I mean,
Yep.
it's all right. As long as you do whatever I ask you for, in case you don't have enough time for me, I'm
How do
gonna.
you make sure that the supplement brand that you are selling is really good? Because you personally cannot test the supplement. So what's the criteria? Like, how do you figure out if it's really good supplement brand or not?
This Cosmo and Rufus thing, it's way harder, and sometimes you see things that didn't happen before, and you don't understand why. So
Hi, Jordi. How are you?
hello, Adil. How are you? I'm pretty good.
I'm good. I'm good as well. So, Jordi, you have mentioned that you are from engineering background. So, I was wondering, like, how did it help you in, Amazon sales and stuff like that?
Well, I would say in all the number stuff, I'm a very numbers orientated person. So that's my best part on Amazon. So I keep track of pretty much um, every data in Amazon, and that lets me improve my products, improve my numbers, and all that stuff.
Yeah, makes sense because a lot of Amazon is just data. But when it comes to, starting a product or launching a product, I think that's the most crucial part. And there, how do you determine the numbers? Because it's very hard to, look at a product that's being sold, or that's being manufactured and figure out if it's good fit for Amazon or no.
Well, that's a good question, and I would say there is a data part there, but also there is a design part there. So the main thing is, I mean, I know it's gonna sound
Yeah,
easy, but at the end of the day, it's not. You must find a product that people want, and
yeah,
it's affordable for them. That doesn't mean it needs to be cheap, affordable.
yeah,
Like, you are not gonna pay the same for plastic cup than for a glass cup. Okay, so it's different,
yep.
same use. So it should be affordable for the people, and you should find the gap in that niche, or let's say you find a niche that it's growing in sales, pretty good sales, but that niche is having many problems. You can have something fixing that problem at the same price as your competitors, and you will fit in the market 100% sure.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense because because a lot of products you can go into reviews and find out, what people are not, liking, and then you can, if you are able to, make it better, and that's win for you. But at the same time, I've seen that a lot of people when they are, launching the product, they start making it too much perfect, and then it just loses the time. For example, if they started it trying to launch a product in 2021, but they were so busy perfecting the product that it is 2025 and now the market has changed.
Okay, and also I've seen many times people thinking, well, I'm gonna improve it this way, this way, this way. It gets too expensive, and
Yeah,
people are not willing to pay that much money for those things that you thought that it was the perfect improve. So that's why I said at the perfect price. So if you improve it in a way that you can sell it almost or pretty much at the same price that all your competitors are selling.
Yep, makes sense, makes sense. But apart from the pricing and other things and keywords, what makes a listing better? For example, if I am listing a product, what's the main thing that makes my listing convertible? Because a lot of people have a lot of listing, but then they're not selling as much.
It depends on the niche, I would say. I mean, in different niches, of course. And as we said, well, pricing for me, in some niches, it's very important, but in some others, it's not. It's crazy how, because always I try to find my sweet spot, because if I can increase my price, I can make
Yeah,
more money. I prefer to make more money, of course. That's why I know that prices in some niches are, it's not that important. And of course, reviews, good reviews, and that
yeah,
stuff. Social proof, and well, images. I would say those three are the most important in terms of converting. Um, but as I said, it depends on the niche. There are niches where reviews are not that important, but rating, yes. Um, and so on. So I would say those three. I mean, there are many things that matter, but I would say those three for me are the most important.
how do you find out that if reviews are important in this category or not, or if price is important in this category or not? Because I have seen people, I think people look at reviews a lot or no. Like, how do you figure out that, if it's important or not?
I'm gonna
Because,
start for pricing. Well, it's something I noticed. It doesn't mean it's exactly
yeah,
as I'm saying. It's just something I've checked. But let's say again, you are selling cups or plates and stuff, something that in daily use that
yeah,
you
yeah,
don't care that much about the design. Price, it's very important. When design or feelings are not involved, price is huge. I mean, it's very
yeah,
important.
yeah,
But on the other hand, um, if you are selling let me think. Okay, toys for kids, sometimes because parents care a lot about security, safety. So you can make a product way more expensive, but or with better security and stuff, and you are gonna be able to sell it much more expensive. I've seen it.
yeah, yeah, makes
So
sense.
that's gonna matter. What was the other question about reviews? Well, I would say it depends on if the top competitors have many reviews. If there's just one or two with few reviews more than 1,000, usually it's all right. But when all of them have more than 1,000, dude, it's gonna be so hard that you get into that niche. I mean, you can everything it's possible in this life with money,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
for me, it's not worth.
Yep. Actually, Jody, the thing that I want to ask you is, a lot of people have said that they don't like wine reviews, wine program. And what do you think about that? The wine reviews program?
To be honest, I use it almost every time.
Yeah.
Um, some people, I got reviews like, "Wow, this product is amazing, 3 stars."
Yeah.
Dude, if it's amazing, why why are you getting me three stars review? It makes
Yeah.
no sense. But usually I'm getting 4.4, 4.5 average. You are not gonna get like 4.9 or
Yeah.
stuff like that. But our verified reviews, it's the legal way, and in Europe it's so easy. You can launch fine in every country, and I mean it's gonna cost you some money, but you're gonna have more than 100 reviews in less than 1 month. So it's pretty interesting.
Yeah, 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 that's good because that's the biggest problem that I have is whenever you try to start advertising or anything, you need to have reviews so that people can understand and you can actually show them product. But then if you are waiting for organic reviews, for example, if somebody buys it, then it is going to take a lot longer, and doing the reviews other way is obviously illegal. So so I think
Yeah,
wine reviews is the only one. But yeah, the
I
thing is
understand.
that even if they like the product, they give you like 3 stars or 4 stars, and you're like you love the product, make yeah.
And pricing sometimes it's important in buying. It's crazy because um, uh, there was one product I was selling it at X price, and they get it for free, and I got a 3 star
Yeah,
review saying, "Yeah, the product it's too expensive." Hey, you
yeah.
got it for free. What are you talking about?
This happened
So
to me as well. Yeah, I know.
now I'm launching Vine like lower price. I don't
Yeah.
care. So I'm not getting that comment.
Yeah, I did that too. I just lowered the price and then, did the wine reviews and then, up the price. So yeah, this is very tricky because I think they are just because they are getting free products, so they think they can say whatever they want. But yeah, if they had to buy it, they would give us 5 stars. But yeah, that makes sense. So, Jody, if you want to, start something, for example, if you want to start selling now, what niche would you go in?
Uh, Home and kitchen or sports and outdoor, I would say.
These are very interesting, but at the same time, home and kitchen is very complicated as well because there are so many a lot of things that come into that, and also you have to think about it from cook's perspective. Like if somebody is cooking, how do they see it or how do they use it? Yeah, that's very interesting. Do you do cooking yourself?
I do cooking, yeah.
Nice, nice. Then you know what you are looking for, yeah. But for people like me who don't like to cook, it's very hard to launch a product that we don't understand.
That's true. That's true. But in home and kitchen, you have other stuff. It doesn't need to be for
Yeah,
kitchen.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, home and kitchen is a very big, category
Yeah.
because there is so many things that come into that. Yeah, it's a. I think it's not just a category; it's a massive category because in
Yes.
home you have so many things, and then in kitchen you have so many things.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that makes sense because
But
in
that's
other
for
categories,
starting. But if
yeah,
I already know how to sell on Amazon, I would go for more expensive products like 80 euros or $80 product, because PPC it's getting impossible.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
in Europe it's alright, in US it's just crazy. So if you have a $10 product, there is no way you can make money using PPC.
Yeah, yeah.
You use it for ranking and that's it.
Yep. Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. So, for the ones that have, very hard PPC, do you have any strategy or how do you manage that? For example, if you have a $10, $20 product.
Yes. Well, I lose money as crazy, but first of all, I check if my product it has market fit. I mean, good enough market fit.
Yeah, 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 makes sense.
So I get some reviews from buying and stuff, and then I launch couple PPC campaigns, and I check my conversion rate. In case I have good conversion rate, I would say in Europe, I would say 12%. That should be all right or above. Then I keep pushing it. I don't really care that much about the CPC as long as my conversion rate it keeps
You're getting better, yeah.
12% or above. So that means, well, if you have, let's say, CPC $1 or €1, and your product is 10 euros, and that's 10% of your.
Yep.
So you there is no way you're gonna make money because let's say you have 50% conversion rate. I mean,
Yeah, yeah,
that's crazy. But with 2 clicks, you're over. So I know I'm not gonna make money. So I check my organic ranking, and I keep pushing it, pushing it, pushing it till I'm where I want to be. There are some keywords where I want to be 3, 4, fourth position, or similar, and others 10th. It's all right. Once I'm where I want to be, then I start lowering the beats a lot, like 30% each day, and I leave beats in 5 cents, something like that, and that's how I manage it. Um, well, but that's the ideal
Yeah,
part.
yeah,
Sometimes I don't get the conversion rate I want, so I have to improve it. I have to load down the bits and find why I'm not converting enough. Well, it's not that easy as I'm saying it, of course, but that's how I manage it.
yeah, yeah. Also, Jody, tell me like for the different European marketplaces, for example, if you are selling in France versus you are selling in Spain, are there any differences? Of course, the language is different, but there is audience difference as well. So how do you manage that?
Well, uh, it's kind of hard to me, because sometimes I don't really understand what's going on. Actually, I'm gonna give you an example. I have a product. It's it has the same images in each one of the European countries, but
Yep.
translated to each one of
Yeah,
the
yeah.
of the languages. In Spain, I have like 14% conversion rate. In Germany, I have 17% conversion rate. In Italy,
Nice.
something like that. But in France, I have 5% conversion rate.
Oh,
Same images. And I don't really know. I mean, I don't have the answer why. So I'm testing using French flags and stuff. You know,
yeah, yeah.
all those things that could help you, but
French people have different taste. They are different from whole Europe. Yeah,
hey, I don't really understand why. I mean, that's in some specific products, but if it's
yeah, yeah,
working in every country, why not in France? Why? Like, explain me
yeah.
why.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, a lot. Like I've noticed that there is a little bit of taste difference in all other countries. For example, Spain has a different taste, and then France has a different taste, and then Germany has a different taste. But at the same time, you have to figure it out. I think market analysis and seeing that how your competitors are doing. The way I do it is I look at the competitors, like people who are doing it before me, how they are doing it, so that I try to figure out if there is something that we need to change or something we need to do. But mostly times it if it but the 5% is very hard, because if you have 14% and 17%, it makes sense that okay, a little bit difference, okay, but 5% is very low. Yeah, that actually makes sense. Yeah,
It was crazy. Something that I thought is like, okay, maybe I'm running PPC in keywords that are not converting, so the overall conversion rate
yep,
it's it's getting low. But it wasn't the case. So I was trying to find the problem. I didn't find the problem. That wasn't long ago, so we're still testing.
yeah, yeah,
Um,
I understand.
because in this case it's a supplement and you cannot change it from country to
Yeah,
country. It's not that easy. So yeah, that's something to point out.
yeah, yeah, makes sense. So another thing that about Europe that is very problematic is the inventory. So how do you manage that? Because inventory for managing, like, first of all, getting the product to Europe is hard because it takes a
Mhm.
little bit more time than USA, and then after that getting that inventory into FBA is also it also takes a lot of time. So how do you manage that, make sure that you don't go out of stock for your products?
Sure. Uh, well, I'm doing the Pan EU program, so I only have to send inventory to one of the countries, so, and Amazon moves the inventory all around for free. Um, I always try to keep at least from 4 to 6 weeks of inventory. So what I
Nice.
do is I bring a whole container to Spain, because I would say Spain it's the cheapest for warehousing. Maybe Italy it's similar, but Spain it's way cheaper than Germany or all those northern
Yeah,
European countries. So I bring it to Spain, and also I'm from Spain, of course.
yeah,
I ship it to Spain. I storage the whole container in a 3PL, and I send inventory almost every week or every 2 weeks from the 3PL to Amazon. So sometimes it takes 2 weeks to process, but
yeah,
I have from 4 to 6 weeks, so it's more than enough. So I'm not facing problems. Of course, sometimes uh, anything could
yeah,
happen, but that's what I'm working on.
Yeah, rest of year is fine, but in Q4 it's very hard. Like Q4 is starting, and I'm trying to figure out how to make sure that we stay in stock for all of Q4. So yeah, but other than that, it's good. But Q4 is very hard when you don't understand that because sometimes they fulfill the inventory very fast, but sometimes they just leave it be, and then you are like just yeah.
I know something. Okay, if you are selling all around Europe, this is not gonna save you. But there was one product that I was selling like crazy on in Spain, well, in all around Europe, but in
Yeah.
Spain it was my best seller. So what I did is I had the same listing FBM. So whenever it was running out of stock because of Amazon
Yeah.
processing problems, um, I was selling it from using FBM. It was a bit messy, but at least I wasn't losing sales. So you cannot do it all around Europe, of course, if you don't have 3PLs all around, but that's
Yeah.
something that could save you only in Spain.
Yeah, 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 that makes sense actually. Yeah, yeah, that would actually help me as well. So yeah, thanks for the suggestion. Yeah, I'm
It's
gonna
better.
do
I
that.
mean, it's messy, but at least you're selling. You're not losing
Yeah,
rank, and you're making money. Less, but making money.
yeah, yeah. That actually makes sense. I'm gonna talk to the management about it because that can actually save us because yeah, we are going to have a lot of problems in the inventory. Yeah. So, Jordi, can you tell me, like, you have seen that a lot of products are now AI based now. For example, a lot of tools for Amazon are AI based. Amazon has rolled out a lot of AI based tools as well. Personally, I think they are good, but they're not as good, especially the level of, Amazon sellers, the quality that they want. AI is not that efficient in providing that. How do you see it personally?
In terms of Amazon or in terms of tools for Amazon sellers.
In terms of e-commerce overall, yeah. How do you see it? AI, yeah.
For me, I think it's doing it easier, but in some in some ways, but I don't understand some other ways. Let me explain myself. Well, nowadays to launch a new product, it's way easier. You can analyze thousands of reviews in
Yeah,
with one click. Uh, it's so easy to find the gap in the market. And like really easy. You are
yeah,
able to create instructions in 1 minute. You are able to create your avatar, your buyer avatar, buyer persona,
yep,
super fast. So in all that stuff, it's way easier. Like 2 years ago, it took too much time to make all this, to add on all this data. um and on the other hand, all these Rufus and all Amazon intern um AI, it it's making it harder, a bit harder, because they don't give us enough data about how it works. We already know A9, sorry, A9 algorithm, how it works, so we can play with it. But with this Cosmo and Rufus thing, it's way harder, and sometimes you see things that didn't happen before and you don't understand why. So in terms of that, it's getting harder, but we will manage it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That actually makes a lot of sense. I think the Amazon's personal AI is very slow because we have been, I tried to use Rufus the other day, and it wasn't that good. So I was that's making everything very complicated, but at the same time it's like the simple task or the long task that we used to have, for example buyer persona and stuff like that, or going through reviews or just managing data or just sorting data or
Mm.
getting the data, that has become very fast. Yeah, that has become easier. But at the same time, if you try to do complex things with it, it actually gets you in a problem. But other than that, it's pretty good. I try to do bulk files with it,
Nope.
Yeah.
I tried it many times, many times. I mean,
I wasted
uh,
4 hours.
no, it doesn't work. I mean, if it's a small one, I mean, small changes and stuff, you are able to manage it. Well, I mean the AI, but big bulk files, there's no way. They
Yeah,
are. I mean, it takes me more time to solve the problems that AI
yeah,
made to the bulk file than doing it
yeah.
by myself. So it makes no sense. No, no,
Yep. Yeah, yeah,
I agree.
that's true. Also, Jordi, what do you think is a new feature or a new thing in European market that everyone should adopt? The way I'm saying is, if you are seeing anything new in e-commerce, especially in the European side, yeah, that sellers aren't aware of, or sellers should be paying attention to.
I would say, well, it's not about the European market. It's more about Amazon, and well, actually, it's new in European. Brand analytics, it wasn't working good in Europe, I would
Yeah,
say
yeah,
4 months ago. It was horrible. And right now, data is getting much better. It's working good because I remember when I tried to use it, it went always to US. Like if you refresh
yeah,
the website, it went to USA again and again, again,
yeah,
and
yeah,
you didn't get good data. And I've been using it for the last 3 4 weeks, and it's working well. And also, you have really good information about brand analytics in PPC. It's in beta. I would say that's a new thing in Europe that it was working for a long time. I mean,
yeah.
not a long time, but a couple months in US that people should care about.
Yep. Yeah, yeah, that actually makes sense. And brand analytics is very, beneficial as well if you know what you're looking for and if you can, track the data and figure out, what's happening and what's not happening. Yeah, that's actually, pretty good. What do you think about Shopify stores? Like people who have Amazon stores and move to Shopify store. Is it good or is it like,
I mean, I'm not Shopify expert. So, right now, I'm using Shopify as operation center. It's a way to call it because I have a brand fully FBM and we are selling in different marketplaces. So we import all the orders to Shopify so we can manage them from there. Um, but we're not getting more than 10 orders per month in the actual Shopify. But so I cannot talk about enough because I'm not Shopify expert. I'm more
yeah,
Amazon
yeah,
or
makes sense,
marketplace.
makes sense. The problem with like Shopify is, you have to build everything. Like you have to build the SEO rank, and you have to do the whole social media marketing if you want it to start working. And then social media marketing combined with SEO, that is like 4 times or 5 times the cost that you would pay on Amazon. So I think it's always better to build a brand on Amazon and then move it there. But then the question is, how well can you build a brand on Amazon? Because people know how to sell products, but they don't know how to build an actual brand.
That's a good question. Right now, we are on our way to do it with two brands, and since Rufus, Cosmo, however, it depends, and all the AI, so we are providing as much information as we can to Google, not only with our website, with press releases and YouTube videos, anything so in case anyone asks about our product, we are there. In case Cosmo tries to find our product, it can find it. So that's our way to build brand, and that's how we are starting getting some orders in
Yeah,
our website. Not many, of
nice.
course, but it's a high ticket product, so 10 orders, it's not that bad. I mean,
Yeah, yeah,
for
yeah, makes
more than
sense.
100 euros. But yeah, that's our way to build brand. Of course, I'm not that expert in brand building, but TikTok Shop, I think it's a really good way to create brand awareness. Even though if you don't make money from there, actually, I've seen brands um, giving 34% to the affiliate. So
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't think they have profit, but the brand awareness they are getting for free, it's crazy because they have
yeah,
hundreds of affiliates making videos every day, and their Amazon sales are just going up as crazy.
yeah. Yeah, yeah, that's the like the thing that I really love about TikTok Shop is the affiliates. So you can actually get a lot of influencers at the same time, and then they can actually keep doing the reviews or just post a very good video of your product. And if even one video goes viral, that's really good for you. So
Mm.
even if it doesn't go viral, like because nowadays viral means that it is hitting 1 million views or something. But even if it has 10,000 views and people are engaging about it, that's good. Because now your product is known by the people and somebody is going to search it up.
Mm.
Not now, maybe 3 months after or 4 months after. Yeah, so that's really good about TikTok Shop. But at the same time, what I don't understand is there are a lot of like the percentage is crazy. Like you told about 34%, and I've seen like 25%, and I was like, why are we paying them that much?
I've seen
So
30 and 40% supplements brand.
yeah, yeah.
But because
So
it's a recurrent product, so it
yeah,
could make sense for them because the first order they are gonna do it from TikTok Shop, the other orders are gonna do it from Amazon or the website. So okay, I'm not making money or I'm losing a bit of money in the first order, but I'm gonna make like 34% in the next orders because they know the lifetime value of the clients. It's really good in this kind of products.
yeah, I think supplements brand is like the long run strategy
Yes,
for
yes.
Amazon, and other all the other products are like short term strategy for
Mm.
Amazon, like in general sense. Like if you because for a supplement brand you have to. Acha, the question is, how do you make sure that the supplement brand that you are selling is really good? Because you personally cannot test the supplement. So what's the criteria? Like, how do you figure out if it's really good supplement brand or not?
Mm, Good question. uh, on
Reviews,
Amazon,
reviews.
yeah, yeah. I mean, on Amazon, uh, there are okay. Let's say you are selling vitamin D. When you see that brand with 4,000, 5,000, I mean, many reviews, it has three, four, five products in the same niche. I mean, whenever you type vitamin D and you find four products of the same brand,
Yeah,
that's even if you don't want, that's brand awareness because
yeah,
okay, you think okay, if it has four products with more than 1,000 reviews, it has to be good.
yeah,
It's a way
yeah,
to create brand awareness in Amazon, I would say. I mean, I'm doing it in other products and it's working really well.
yeah.
I
Nice.
have
Yeah, yeah, makes sense.
37% of the market share in one niche, and
Nice.
it's so easy to make sales because I have like more than five products in the first page. So it's brand awareness, and all the images are structured the same way, so it's the same brand product.
Nice, nice, nice. That's really good. That's really good. So, Jody, thank you so much for coming on the podcast. This was, we have reached our time, but really, really nice talking to you. I learned a lot from you. So, can you give me like, closing remarks? Like, what do you think, or any advice or suggestion for people who are listening to the podcast?
Well, if you are starting on Amazon, just keep pushing it because it's not gonna be easy at the beginning.
Yeah,
It's a long run, I would say, because maybe your first product you're not gonna launch it as you think, and if you are already a good seller, for me the hardest part and keep it on mind is create a good team. That's the hardest part, and keep pushing it from that side.
yeah, that makes sense. How do you make sure that the team stays loyal to you?
Well, it depends. At the beginning, I always track time of the team. So I track time tracking and also screenshot taking from them from their computer. And once I already know that they are working okay, I already know their task. I was using Trello, and right now I'm switching to ClickUp. So we create projects, and they already know that the project is assigned to them, and I'm able to check all their tasks, and sometimes I have to follow up. So I'm doing as project manager. I hopefully I won't be project manager anymore. So I'm like, hey, I do
Yeah.
nothing. But no, right now that's my main task. Um, Actually, I mean, for example, designer, I don't care if you work for other people. I mean,
Yep.
it's all right. As long as you do whatever I ask you for, in case you don't have enough time for me and you are good enough, well, I'm gonna try to raise your
Yeah.
ticket or whatever to stay loyal to me, because you don't have enough time. But I'm not this kind of person that, okay, if you work with me, you cannot work with anyone else, because 90% of the team works remotely, so I cannot control that. But I think the best way to make stay have them loyal is, if they are happy, they are not gonna leave. They are not gonna go with any other person. Not only about the amount of money you are paying them, but they must be happy in the way they are working, the way you talk to them, how they feel with you, with the whole team. So that's
If your employees are happy, then they stay longer. Yeah, that actually makes sense. And also, like when I used to work for people and they used to have time tracking, I used to hate it because yeah. But yeah, ClickUp is great because you can actually track the time, like I do for my team as well. Like I tell them that this is the deadline for the task, and this is it needs to be done by that time, and it's usually done. So you don't need to ask them what they are doing after it. Or
I know, but at the beginning, I've seen
yeah.
so many liars. No, they had this problem. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, the person who comes with the problem, and the problem keeps getting more. So he's like, one day he's gonna come like, oh, my net wasn't working, and then
Yeah,
next day he's gonna be like, my laptop broke, and then next day his car broke, and you are like, okay, how many problems are you having actually? So yeah,
exactly. There are many people like that. I guess you don't want to work. I don't know why you got the job, but still,
yeah,
yeah, that's the hard part.
yeah. That's the hard part. Yeah, true. Okay, thank you so much, Jordi, for coming on the podcast. Really means a lot, and hopefully
Thanks
we
for
can do
inviting.
another session soon. So yeah,
Sure.
okay,
Bye. Thank
take
you. Bye
care.
bye.
Take care. Bye.